your Virgo new moon outlook for August 23rd, 2025. Now we have the new moon at 0 degrees and 0 critical Virgo. And that is important because the degree is 0 critical of Virgo. So that tells me right off the bat here that there's going to be some kind of important information that we're going to get started on between the new moon and the next full moon that will be very important. And what is Virgo? Virgo is about research. And it is a very disseminating analytical sign. So whatever we begin right now is going to have a long-term effect. And as stated, it will take a long time to finish or complete. So maybe during this time we are beginning a project, some research. And what else is the sixth house? It's about our pets. Maybe some of us are going to be getting a new pet, and we will have a lot of experiences, have them for quite a number of time. And on a broader scale, what is Virgo? Yes, it's the sixth house, but it also is animals. So there may be some discussions about the welfare of animals or a concern about animals in general during this time, and our work ethic, because Virgo is all about hard work and it's about focus and determination to really dig deep and investigate details, because Virgo is detail oriented. And right now we're going to feel there is information out there that we will have to investigate, to look into, because Virgo, somewhat like the sign of Scorpio, isn't really one to believe what we are being told at face value. So that is why Virgo likes to get at the facts, kind of this sense of criticism, but constructive criticism to really figure out the truth. And then, of course, later on, within the next 2.5 weeks, the sun will approach the south node, but within about it's about a day and a half, the moon will apply a conjunction with the south node. So the north node and the south node are very sensitive points here. And so once the moon goes past the sun and makes a conjunction here in the next day and a half, well, there may be some kind of sensitivities that we will have to be cautious for. Maybe someone says something here that it really just touches a nerve. And with the south node, that can be good or kind of questionable. Maybe someone says something that makes us feel like we can heal. It really touches a sensitive part. And in the public, there may be something that comes out that, about an individual or individuals that really kind of makes us sit up and question this individual, because it is on the south node. And we have Mercury, the communication planet, yet still in the sign of Leo. So when we want to speak, this time we want to speak effectively, because, as always, Leo loves the show. Leo is the fifth house, very creative and very unique and original. And Leo likes to put their voice, and in this case, our big voice, with Leo out there. So we may feel like we have something important to say during this time of the full moon. Yes. And Mercury, the communicator, is making a sweet sextile air and fire with Mars, the action planet in Libra. So, what is Libra? Libra is the seventh house. It's about the public, it's about the law, legal, anything. It's about negotiations, relationships of all types. And with this making a sweet sextile to Leo, Mercury, well, what does Mars and Libra want to do but negotiate? And with the Leo Mercury, we want to talk in a big way. We want to make our voice known, and this is going to be the highlight here with this Mars in Libra and Mercury in Virgo. We want to really put out there the facts, the information, the negotiation that we feel is really important. And yes, indeed, there will be some very important negotiations. And now that Mercury's starting to feel a little better that it's direct, well, now the negotiation and the talk is going to move forward. And that might be really good for us for starting these projects right now, beginning that business, because now Mercury is direct and Mars is with Libra. So if you're thinking about getting into any kind of partnership or business partnership, signing some legal documents, Libra, and really want to state your case, well, with Mercury sextile Mars in Libra, this is the good time during this new moon in Virgo. And of course, you will get to the facts, that's for sure. And we have Jupiter, that lucky planet, yet still in the sign of loving Cancer. So wherever this beautiful connection is with Jupiter in Cancer is in your personal chart, that's where you're going to find prosperity and all kinds of rewards at this time. But with Jupiter, that lucky, fortunate planet, and Cancer, well, this is all about home, family, and what gives us comfort. And this could be our living situation. We may be beautifying our space to help us feel more comfortable. We may want to connect with family or whatever we look to as family. And because it is in the sign of Cancer, Cancer is about security. We want to protect those that are closest to us. And this is a great time with Jupiter, that prosperity planet, in the sign of Cancer to save for a rainy day. And this is a good time also for real estate investments, because Cancer is the fourth house. And yes, that does include repairs on a home, renovation, and so on. And we are in the mood to protect and to help others and give to charities. That's a very positive trait with Jupiter in Cancer. And with Venus there, well, now Venus is going to be going into Leo, but during the time of the full moon, we have Venus still in Cancer. So that kind of accentuates this connection with Jupiter, even though Jupiter is well past the conjunction. Venus is well past the conjunction with Jupiter. We're still in that mode of protecting, nurturing, wanting to connect with home or family, friends, and really have that sense of love, community, and protection. So that's a really good trait with Venus in Cancer, and that's in all forms of relationships. Yes, and now we still have Uranus at 1 degree of Gemini. And this is very inventive because it makes an exact trine to retrograde powerhouse Pluto in Aquarius. So we have this thought that whenever we want to voice our opinion, whenever we want to start those new projects, we want to put our scientific genius, our brilliance to the test. We really want to look at everything from a more detached perspective. And with Uranus and Gemini and Pluto in Aquarius, we really want to have some serious discussions about what we want to begin now. And this is very good without getting too dramatic. But yes, this is a very intellectual, intelligent time to present facts without all kinds of issues. And with Mars in Libra, oh, that really ups the negotiating power indeed. Although Pluto, Uranus, and Mars are no longer in a grand trine, this is still good for all kinds of discussions about what Pluto in Aquarius about the future. And because Pluto, although retrograde, is still making a sextile, fire and air, to Neptune and Saturn. Even though they are retrograde, this is a good time for leadership. Yes, although there's going to be a lot of information that comes up from the past, and because of this conjunction alone with Neptune and Saturn, yes, we will feel a little blocked when we want to move forward. But if we push through, Pluto, yes, retrograde, guarantees our success because retrograde planets, although they are very frustrating, also have a lot of lessons to learn. And because Saturn, the karma planet, is retrograde, yes, there may be times when we find frustration, we're confused. Neptune, maybe we feel like we don't know what we really want or we don't have everything we need to know at hand. But if we press on, Saturn, the teacher, the wise one, will guarantee our success because of the sweet sextile with Pluto. So that's very positive. Yes, the tough gets going indeed here with the sextile between Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto in Aquarius. So we are really in a mode to begin everything. We've got Aries emphasis here. We've got the new moon. We want to talk it out. And that's really good because that's very helpful with relationships with Mars, even not at its best in Libra, and Pluto in Aquarius, and Uranus in Gemini. And we want to protect each other and really speak our mind and really negotiate what we want during this time of the new moon. So that is what we can take away from this. It's a time when we are feeling a little bit, well, fussy because of this Virgo new moon, but equally we're working really hard and we want to get down to the bottom of the facts. We want the truth. That's what this time is about. Let's research the background. And we want to take charge. We want to begin projects now, or that particular business that we've really been putting on the back burner. We want to take off running right now. And this is a good time because we are in the mode to really reach out to others, friends, family, acquaintances, all forms of individuals and people, and discussions and talks are at the forefront right now. And we can have discussions without getting overly emotional and rather steadfast and stable in our outlook, which is really good right now. So if we can keep this in mind during this time of this beautiful Virgo new moon, we will get much accomplished.